Your hair is nice. That's
Is
how,
it
that's how we're
nicest?
starting
Thank you.
the live, with me telling my wife that her hair is nice.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
Get my water.
We tested this. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Yeah, sorry we missed. Last week we were out of town.
Yes,
We had a good time.
we did have a good time.
Really good time. Well, shout out to Pest Talks family. That was a really good time, and we just literally were in the moment, so we didn't get a chance to go live. But,
No, we didn't.
you know, there are times when we go live earlier. Sometimes we go live later.
Yes.
We try to be consistent in a time, kind of like what we do for our pest control company. We give people a window of arrival. It's like you get there right on time. It's like, I thought you said you were going to be here at 12. I was waiting for you.
No one does that because we over communicate. They be like, wow, you're really here at 8:08.
8:08.
You said you would.
Right.
We're a black-owned company, but we're not on CP time.
Right. So, we give a range. And so ranges help because unforeseen circumstances can happen. So,
Yes.
like you need gas, got to use the restroom, you got an extra.
You got to use the restroom.
You had to use the restroom when you used to be with me in the field. Right?
Babe, but you, Mr. Coffee Drinker, you're like, man, I gotta go boo boo.
Suddenly sound like one of our clients we're servicing in South LA. Hey. Anyway, so so we give about a 2-hour window. So today, our window is between 8 and 11, and we're on at 9:40.
We're on. Yeah, we're live. We're live at 9:40. This is a late night special edition.
Yeah.
Grace is asleep, and this is just how the day played out. That's why I love being flexible.
Right.
Because if we were not, then we'd be like, we're not doing it. It's too late. But no, it's never too late.
Yeah, it's never too late because it's important to be consistent as best as possible.
I love how I wore this shirt the other day, and now you're wearing it.
Whose is it though?
It's yours.
So there you go. So that ends the who wears.
I'm wearing your shirt right now.
Because I can't wear her clothes.
I'm wearing your shirt. This is yours.
She can wear it. That is not my shirt. It's like,
look, in peekaboo.
Right. I'm not impressed. But anyways, it's good to, come. It's about 2 weeks since Valentine's Day when we last came live.
Oh, yeah, it's a distant memory.
It's a distant memory, right? Valentine's Day again was very very in the moment of 5 hours because we had to work that day. But Goins live, we talk about our company, our foundation, our spiritual life, our marital and family life, and our
food life.
Food, and I like to say food and social life because food is pleasure. Food is like a gathering of it. And I think we start there because last Saturday and Friday in Arizona, I cooked, and I enjoyed cooking it. I was telling all of our colleagues, like, yo, I can't wait to make lamb tacos. And
yes, you were telling all of them since 2025 that you could not wait till we all got together to cook. And you did. You delivered.
Man.
I mean, again, Ryan loves to cook. Okay, I'm gonna say this every live, but lamb tacos. You make so many things well, but the lamb tacos is just, most people say, "Oh, lamb tacos." I've never heard of that, and I don't know. They probably think of Mediterranean vibes, but you actually make a mean lamb taco to the point where everything that could go on a regular taco can go on that, and it's so bomb. It's so good, and I mean, all of Pest Talks. Those are all our pest control family. All of Pest Talks was like, yo, this was worth the wait. Your lamb tacos are fire.
Thank you so much. Just some ground lamb seasoned with our seasoning. Everything's organic, which is really important.
Yeah, we do eat everything.
And then the cheese, I try not to buy any cheese in the bags. I try to buy cheese that have basically 4 ingredients like milk, butter, just like that's it. No
butter.
I think it said on the cheese it said milk and butter.
I gotta get
It was natural, but it was.
I gotta get that cheese to see what's in it because it's really I think it's like
super minimal.
Yeah, it's so good. Anyway.
Yeah, so you have to grade it. So whatever you have to put work in, like if you have to put work into cooking from a place of love, then you're probably going to have a better meal. So it took a lot of preparation, seasoning, cutting of tomatoes, cutting of onions. I had my homies.
You were cooking them as they went, like you were kind of making them
as they went. But the actual preparation of it was, I had help in the kitchen, so it came out well. And then salmon. There was a colleague of ours who didn't really eat meat.
Ashley.
So he got salmon, and he was like, man. So
yeah, it was bomb.
Yeah.
So that trip, it was definitely a lot of good food because we weren't the only ones who cooked. Everyone took turns cooking. So, I mean, your sweet potato pancakes were bomb.
Oh, the next morning.
The breakfast that Evans and David prepared was bomb. Bryn and Eric, the burgers was bomb. So we just had like a feast the whole weekend, and it was tied into pest control and entertainment too, because Pest Talks is a show that we produce. It's really like a vlog style reality podcast where it's our closest friends in the pest control industry, and we really talk every day, and we have trending topics. So we have been talking about getting together in person outside of a conference, because pest control conferences can be very busy and tiring, and just you don't really get time to unwind and connect long enough. So that trip that you guys thought of to do, I'm glad we did it, because we got to go to Arizona. We all came from like all over the country, and it was perfect. It was relaxing. It was fun.
They brought their spouses.
Yeah.
We played pickleball. I mean, pickleball played us too. It's like,
pickleball is fun.
It's so fun.
Can't believe I've never played it.
I never played it either, but I felt like I was Andre Agassi or the new guy that's killing it. Serena.
Iverson.
Why not?
What you mean, why not?
Why not? Why not?
Okay. You about to take Andre from me.
And so we just won. We just won every game.
We did.
We just won every game. And then I was like, yo, Grace is going to play this in tennis. So that was really fun. And then we had a pool that was heated like a jacuzzi. Imagine a full pool that is literally heated like a jacuzzi. Low-key hot that you almost can sit out of it, but I've never been in a pool heated like that before.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, we played horse. They had a basket. Your boy was hitting some long-range shots. I was excited. It was a good time.
It was a good time. It was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, left, right, center. So, yeah, it was just a great time.
Left, right, center. That was fun, too.
That was really fun, too. So, we had a really good time last Saturday. And, like I said, just a busy week. But just kind of segueing from dealing with our community and pest control, it's like this week in business, man, without going too much into our business, because there's some things that you do say, some things you don't say. But coming across, I learned that when people try to talk behind your back and try to destroy your reputation, that it's a sign that God is blessing you, because now you're starting to rub demons the wrong way, that spirit. So we experienced that this week. You know, somebody tried to talk bad about our business and tried to prevent more business from coming, but it didn't happen. As a matter of fact, it's like, not only did we get that business, this individual was actually tied to that deal, and they had to be, and they were the one talking smack. And it never feels good. So, I'm not going to sit here and try to front him like, oh yeah, you just ignore and handle that and feel that. It's like, no, God didn't say don't feel it, but it's how you respond.
It's for sure. Because we can tie that into Goins' guidance from the spiritual component. It's not what goes into you, but what comes out of your mouth that defiles you. So, I know what it's like. Before I owned a business, like if I didn't like a business or the food or the whatever, like how I share it, how I talk about it, right, amongst your peeps.
Right.
Going out of your way to have folks not not patronize a business. I mean, obviously, if it's hey, don't eat there, they got rats. That's different. That's health and safety issue. Like I saw roaches crawling when I was eating. Yeah. This wasn't that.
That's
this
the business not being excellent.
Exactly. That means, exactly. The business itself is not being excellent. For us in pest control is something that I never knew how much went into doing pest control and how many areas we touch. Yeah. So if someone's buying a house and they're getting a certain kind of loan, you need a termite inspection. And so we're blessed to work with so many great realtors who call on us and say, hey, I need a termite inspection. This client, I need a termite inspection here in this house and this house. And so, we like to over-explain to the realtors and to the clients because buying a home is serious. Selling a home is serious. It's a big deal. It can be very exciting, but also very stressful. We know because we had to, we bought our first home. And so sometimes you don't have great news. I mean, hearing that you have termites isn't great news. No. We had termites. It wasn't great news to us either. Right. But we want to make sure that whatever is wrong with the house, meaning whatever wood destroying organism, whether it's a termite, dry rot, fungus, moisture, whatever is destroying the house, we want to make sure that we're pointing it out, we're calling it out so they know, and this is what you can do about it, and this is what it will cost. And we go out of our way, literally out of our way to make sure that everyone understands the pricing, why we price, because I want to understand what I'm paying for. I don't need that's me. I love to understand what I'm paying for. So if I'm paying a little more for something and it's a more premium, as long as I'm getting what I'm paying for, I'm okay with that. So in pest control, we are a more premium company. So we explain why. And people, when they take the time to listen, they go, wow, I never knew that. That's awesome. And they feel taken care of, especially in a purchasing of a home. And so if someone doesn't understand the pricing and they don't reach out and they don't take the time to ask us questions and they just assume, then you're going to be like, well, wow, I didn't know that putting a tent on a house was that much. I mean, or I didn't know removing the wood and replacing it with new wood and then protecting that new wood for 30 years was this much. Right. They don't know those things. So we get to explain because maybe in all the transactions before us, they didn't get those options. They didn't know. Right. Now they're meeting us. We're like, oh man, you could do this, do this, do this. Your client's going to love, they're going to appreciate it. And if they don't ask and they don't have the conversation, then they're gonna run with whatever they feel. And we had a situation where we're helping one realtor and another realtor who heard they were working with us was like, why are you working with them? And they, their pricing is high. And it's like, whoa. You never even called us back. We were trying to explain it. We were available to talk to you about the pricing so you could understand what you were getting. So if after us, so-and-so did something, whatever they offered you, I can't speak to what they did. I don't know what they did. I don't know what they used. And it doesn't matter to us because we know how good we are, how good, not even how good we are, how graced out the Lord has blessed us to be. He made us so excellent. Why? Because Goins Pest Control belongs to him. It's not me. It's not him.
Yeah. One of the things that I think people, and I've been at fault for this, is selective listening because you already have in your mind what the outcome you want to be, right?
Yeah, you can selective listen in marriage. So. Yeah.
So in business, or if you're doing any negotiation, and let's say it's a multiple party situation where there's a middleman, a consumer, a manufacturer, whatever may be the case, if you are thinking about the outcome, i.e. money, you're thinking about money and you're not thinking about your client. This is one of my pet peeves, especially when it comes to real estate agents or general contractors. If all you can see is money, then you will drop the ball on your clients. It's facts. Because
at some point you will.
At some point you will. And pretty much you'll be known for doing that because you're looking at what you're spending before you get it. Let's put it that way. The reason why this is important is because from our scope, if termites or dry rot destroy your wood, then that means that once your wood's destroyed, when it rains, it will cause the wood that's destroyed to dry rot. And if you just put new wood in areas and don't put bore care and put wood that's treated back in that place, it's going to still infect.
Yes.
Sorry. So it's just so annoying.
It's going to, it's going, he's like, what? I'm dreaming of wood.
It's going to infect the wood, y'all. Like, I don't understand why people don't get that. It's like, It's like if you take a beam that's over your house and you pull out the infested and you put in and you don't correct or you don't treat the wood that's putting in that costs more, then it's going to continue to infect the area and then break down worse off. And that's not fair to your customers, to every real estate agent, to every broker. I don't care. I just want the deal to go through, because I got 5 or 7 houses that I got to sell at once, whatever. You don't care about your customer. If you cared about your customer, then you would take into account everything that a house needs to be structurally integral, and you won't pay somebody that's not licensed to fix it because you're trying to get the deal done cheaper so you can get your pockets fat. Just keep it a stack. That's annoying to me.
Yeah, and again, people can decide to do whatever they want to do with their money, right? If they want to pay a much cheaper cost for
Cooper. What's that? Coop? What up, Coop?
If you want to pay a lower price for work done on your house, that's fine, right? But don't be to slander a company because they were priced higher and you didn't take the time to understand why it was priced higher, because it's priced higher because we're doing more. That's the whole thing. We're doing more. And we're offering more, and we're licensed. I mean, it's so many things.
Thank you.
So to slander a company, it's like if you want to buy a BMW or a Lamborghini, Lamborghini doesn't care if you dog Lamborghini, because if you don't want a Lamborghini, you can go get another brand. Not saying Nissan, Toyota, not saying those brands are bad, but it's just Lamborghini. It's already at a standard.
Right.
People are not pissed off when they go to Lamborghini. Man, I'm never buying a Lamborghini. It's like you just will. They're not the same customer. So that's also in the service industry. There's a saying I heard that sometimes cheaper is more expensive. Cooper, that's good. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I got that.
Because
Smart.
Why is cheaper more expensive? Because you're gonna have to go back and probably fix it again. It's probably gonna have a problem. You're gonna be, man, why didn't I use better material?
And is that fair to the customer? Because the customer is the one that's, if it's a transactional deal like that where it's not fair to your customer.
No.
And you can't get around that. I don't care how many homes you sold or how many homes you built or how many homes you remodeled. It's not fair to the person you're selling it to.
Yeah.
If you don't give them all the information
or all the options
and all the options,
yeah,
it's
all
not
the options,
fair.
All the options.
And you can't convince me otherwise, because I've been in the game too long.
And again, don't slander people, because again, that's how good God is, because
Go ahead.
I learned that being cheap with my house I had out of state and had to end up having to go back, like you said, and redo. Yeah, actually, we had a customer this past week who had done some remodeling on her house and found out she had a rodent infestation underneath her house because the contractors that she used did not build it in a way that was thinking about rodents getting in.
Yeah, they left a void this thick, about 20 feet. Just left it open.
Which, may not make sense to, it's just, they weren't thinking about that. So us as a pest control company, and that's much more innovative and much more like involved in many different scopes of a house, that, that's why we work with general contractors when they're building or redoing things or remodeling, because we're thinking about the pests that could be a problem.
Right.
They're not necessarily thinking about that. They're building. Right. So I get it. We understand that. It's just we have seen it too many times when we're not involved. A pest control is not involved in the building. Pest control is not involved in the buying and selling of a property to a point where we're able to explain fully to a client now to say to a client, hey, if I did it for this price, this is the risk. If I do it for this price, here is the reward.
Right.
Which one do you want? And let them decide.
That's you're being transparent.
That's just being honest and upfront. And if somebody basically says, you know what? I'd rather walk through the floor. I want termites to keep eating my floor up. Then okay.
Yeah.
Then you at least said that.
Right. I think that's so integral because it only builds, I think, like money, the way we believe that God is our source. You can't take money with you. So if you live from that perspective, then you probably will bring value to the marketplace. And when you bring value to the marketplace, the market will yield to you in abundance when you have checked all your boxes on how much of the value you can bring to the marketplace. So if you are very over communicative, if you know your stuff, we all are growing into this, we're still growing into things. If you care about the house like it's your own, if you know how much you're worth, take all these things into consideration, then you'll end up having like the best experience because then you can be like, you know what, I can have total autonomy, integrity, and enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
And people will benefit from it. And then what happens is the word of mouth will come and you'll get, way more. What did Coop say?
Well, that's a good question. He just asked if we've tried to subcontract with the builder to fill in all the potential rodent holes for model homes. What's interesting, and because we're based in California, what we've heard is a lot of times when they're building, depending on where, I don't want to lump everybody into the same thing, that they're cutting costs.
Yeah.
So they're not always interested in the preventative things in the building stage. If it's bigger projects like an apartment building or, homes in general, it's catching up though. I think it's headed that direction because rodents, for instance, are infesting California. So if you're not involving pest control, if you're not subcontracting us in or vice versa, then that home will be subject to rodents if there's no pest control in the neighborhood, or you know what I mean? So they kind of learn later. But yes, we've actually there's builder shows and we've done some networking with GCs, general contractors, and just to let them know, like, hey, we're here. If you're building a lot of ADU work or remodeling, like, involve us in the process. Especially if we see wood, if we see anything being built, we're like, well, first I'm thinking about the termites. I'm thinking about the dry rot. I'm thinking about protecting the wood, period.
Right.
Then, like, once you get to another stage, I can look for holes. I can look for entry points. So, I think it's building those relationships is what we're interested in. And I also just think that as rodents, that pressure continues to increase and infest, will probably be more of a first thought than an afterthought.
I mean, every from an entomologist that I heard speak at Pest World a couple of years ago, that there's certain regions that have invasive species that didn't have them before, meaning that because of travel, because of, like a Formosan termite is the most intense termite. Like your regular termite can do damage.
And they bite. I don't want to see them.
From like a year's worth of damage.
Yeah.
A Formosan termite can do it in a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And so there are new species that are more intense.
Yes.
And that's why we have continuing education. One of the things that I got even more versed in this week as you did from one of our colleagues is that when termites nonetheless are eating through your property, those gallows, which were never meant to be there,
right?
When they contact moisture, then moisture can fill up
in those holes,
and not just the exterior. So now when you have prolonged moisture in wood that rises above 20%, then it can cause a fungus, which is a rhizomorph. And what that does is that infects your wood, and then that's where it begins to dry rot out. Why is that important? Because wood, for the most part, is what holds up your structure.
Yeah.
And if your integrity of your structure is weakened, it's going to cause damage, or it can cause injury or death. So it's very serious to where some loans don't go through unless it has an inspection.
Yeah.
If you have termites, and dry rot, that's going to move towards mold. That's the next thing.
Ugh.
And black mold is really dangerous. So it's like,
yeah, there's levels.
Yeah, there's things that are put in place for because people have died. Houses have caved in, have collapsed.
Balconies have fallen with a lot of people on it because of termite
damage. So it's very important. And that's why it's like when we do inspections, we take it seriously. We got licensed. That's how seriously we take it. You can't, it's not an easy license to get.
Yeah.
It's really hard. Actually, you have to be in the industry for over 6 to 7 years to even qualify in California for it. So you have to have a vested interest in it. So we just come from that approach. And so on a lighter note, we've been, helping more of the elderly population with pest control.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And it's been delightful.
Helper Bees. We got to shout out Helper Bees. They are a company that helps elderly folk who have insurance for things like pest control. So there are insurance companies that give allowances for pest control. And I never knew it, never heard of it. I'm assuming it's kind of new.
Yeah.
But this network pairs that client with a pest control company or, just somebody like us, and they vet us and make sure that we're, a good match. And then we get to go service these wonderful people. And we love our elderly folk. We do with our nonprofit, the Keep It Goins Foundation. Many of the clients that we run into are elderly and they can't afford pest control. So I love that Helper Bees is an organization that, basically finds us, that makes sure we're clear to work with the insurance companies to provide pest control services. And it's been wonderful. Like, Ryan's in the field. I'm setting up everything on the phone since I'm not in the field. I'm here with Grace. And it's just been really delightful.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like, a grandson, they're savvy, and we have conversations.
They're adorable.
And it's like, don't spray over here. And it's really rewarding to help people in the need capacity. So that's been cool.
One day we're going to be that age, and I want somebody nice to come to my house. I want everybody to be nice and friendly and happy to see me. And one thing I notice is when I talk to them, they're just, oh man, well, if I have an issue in the future, do I get you again? And I'm like, hey, request me in the system, get Goins pest control. So I just love that. It's been wonderful.
And they all said, Noelle's not with you.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, because they loved the way she sounds on the phone. So her voice is very enjoyable. So it's really cool. So
thank you so much, Cooper.
Yeah, me and Coop go way back to elementary school.
Aw.
Yeah, man, we go way back.
That's really cool. I love it. So from a nonprofit perspective, we also been developing some ideas, but we are hoping to help a beneficiary who is renting, doesn't own the house. And so the eradication that we need to do for this client, for this beneficiary, because they don't own the home, we're not able to eradicate it, right? Because if we eradicate it and the owner of the home says, thanks for fixing up my house, and boots the person, that's living there, it's not fair.
Yeah.
So we're hoping to work with them as long as they give us permission to film it all, to set up a GoFundMe for this person. This person is lovely. This person has been through a lot. This person is suffering from multiple infestations. And so I'm really excited to connect with them, and I hope that they'll allow us to tell their story and get them out of where they live so that they can live out the rest of their life in abundance, pest-free, and in the best health.
Love that. Love that. That's what it's all about. If you're able to give back, I guess, which would set up for Goins guidance. When you give to the poor, the Bible says you lend to God. Imagine that, right? Giving to the poor.
Yeah.
How do you lend to God? That's amazing. It's like he's borrowing from you. When you lend to the poor, that means he's going to repay you. Obviously, your motive is, God in all of it, right? But that's just something that he promises because it really touches his heart because they need help. He said, the poor you'll have with you always. And we're able to be blessed to find an avenue or a way to give back on a consistent basis. And typically, like we said before, issues with pest control fall into the space of impoverished communities having infestations. So it feels really good to do that.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
And also helping a widow, that part when it just doesn't leave my spirit. When I meet someone who's lost their spouse, and I don't care if it was recent or a long time ago, being married, I can't imagine not being in this physical life without you, and Grace having you. So I've been doing some research too to see, how many organizations are out there for widows just in general. And there's not a lot at all. There's less than 5 that I could see. And only one had a grant for someone if you'd been a widow a short amount of time. But what if you've been a widow a while and you didn't know about it?
Right.
And a lot of widows, they get whatever Social Security from their, you know what I mean? And what if, anyway, so that's also in my spirit, wanting to help anyone who's lost their spouse, and losing their spouse left them in some financial, difficulties. Yeah. So I'm excited about what we'll be able to do and how we'll be able to help.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about this year.
Yeah, it's been a great year. It's
so far.
What dropped in my spirit the other day was the word fecundity, which is such a random word, right? It's just, I heard fecundity, and then I looked it up. It means the ability to, it's a mix of abundance and fertility, but it's the ability to produce an abundance. And that's what this year has been about. It's been about much more. It's been about increasing your capacity inwardly, so that you can maximize outwardly. I just believe that God has been setting up all of his kids to just maximize in all areas of your life this year. And I pray that most of you guys, as we has just been really in alignment with that, because it's I know we have a yearly goal, but I'm telling you guys, this year is definitely a year to maximize any talent and gift that you have in your hand, any business desire, whether you're assisting somebody, any business plan or anything that you guys have been working on or has been in your heart. I would say fecundity. Here we go release.
Yeah, I mean, also thinking that it's also a year to serve a vision. If it's your vision, first of all, like he said, I agree. If there's anything in you that you believe you're supposed to be doing, you could be working a full-time job, but you feel that, how do you date intentionally?
We're getting there.
Oh, we about to get there. That's a good one. I'm about to answer. We about to get to that, Mark. Okay. But just whatever, if there's something in you that you feel you need to create or to do or to invent, or just anything, a business, if there's an entrepreneurial thing that you've been, thinking about or always wanted to do, this is the year to try it. This is the year to do it. And from a spiritual perspective, I believe that when you can serve someone's vision, now I mean a vision that aligns with you, right? People who come and help on our nonprofit jobs, they see our vision, which is to help people. So if they already are a person who loves helping people, they align with our vision. So they usually are okay. Like, man, I want to, let me know when you have your next Keep It Goins job. I'd love to be there to help and volunteer my services to some degree. That's what I'm saying. So I wanted to shout out Cassandra Ramble, and building her. I was there earlier. I had so much fun fellowshipping with the women, what she's building for entrepreneurial women who want to start a business. Maybe they own a business already. It's just a great community, and we got to fellowship, pray, talk, support, encourage. It was beautiful. And that's what I mean. I'm grateful that I get to be a part of her vision by serving it.
I love that.
With my gift set and what I can bring. And everybody there is beautifully gifted. So I believe and I pray that there are some multi-millionaires, billionaire women coming out of building her, not just here in Cali, but everywhere. Okay? Now.
Hand me your phone real quick because I want to look up a definition while you dive into...
we want me to ask Mark, how do you date intentional? So let's switch to love, okay? How do you date intentionally? Well, what is your intentions in dating? Dating intentionally means you want to get married, right? I mean, what's the point of dating if you're not trying to settle down? So when you say, how do you date intentionally? I would say, first, why do you want to date? And answer that question. Do you want to date because you're lonely? Do you want to date because you're bored? Do you want to date because you just got out of a relationship and you're trying to get over somebody? I would just say make sure you know why you want to date. And if you're dating to settle down, then obviously you want to make sure that you're ready.
Yeah, I mean, I love what you said.
Are you looking up intentional?
I just had a thought to look it up. What
I like that. Go ahead.
So intentional just means done on purpose, done with clear thought, awareness, and deliberate choice, not accidental or random.
Right. I just ended up on a date today. No, right. You were like, I planned to meet this person at this time.
Clear thought, awareness. Those are really good solical growths, right? Like by that, mind, will, and emotions, like clear thought. What is when you take a second to kind of rest and really think about your future? Because say right now, whoever you get married to, your destiny gonna go one way or another way. And if you marry the wrong person, it doesn't mean God can't bring the right person.
Yeah.
But you would have learned from that if it's not the right person, but you could have had another life course of avoiding the wrong choice. So, done with clear thought, like not having your soul like loaded down, being self-aware. Like, okay, can I, as an individual, take care of myself? Because marriage is going to challenge you no matter what, no matter if you're in the best position or not. But if you can be in a better position, can I take care of myself? Can I hold down a job or a career path, right? These are certain things that you think about when you're going to do it with intention, because that means you're getting ready to involve somebody else's life.
Yeah, it's not just about you.
It's not just about you. So what if that person's intentional with their dating, and they have clear thought, and they have self-awareness, and they have a deliberate choice, and they're a believer. You know, that's even spiritually. Like, are you going to date somebody with a different belief than you? That's going to make it a little more difficult. Or you're going to date somebody with different politics, and if you're strong into that, you know, there's a lot of different.
Well, when we met on a dating app, I got on a dating app because I wanted to meet somebody, get married, and settle down. I wanted to be off the market. You got on the dating app, it was the same reason. So my intention on the dating app wasn't just to have a lot of free meals. It wasn't. Now, I met men on the dating app that were like making it, they also said, yeah, I want to settle down. I want to do this. And then I was like, just watching it play out. And I'm like, I mean, nice guys, but I don't know if they were really ready. Even though they were nice, but were they really, really ready? Ryan, he should have been Ryan ready. I mean, Ryan was ready to get serious. And so that's why our courtship wasn't long, because he intentionally got on there to meet me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't have all my stuff together, but 5 years later we do. Almost 5 years. So actually, like, when I say we have our stuff together, it's
I don't know we. Right. Nah, you. No, I'm playing.
The two shall become one flesh. But that's intentional dating. Yeah. It's like, you got to love yourself first before you can love somebody else. That's like 101, right? If you don't love yourself, don't get in a relationship. I mean, at the bare minimum, if you don't love yourself, please don't.
It's just also like, you loving yourself, yes, because then if you don't value yourself, then the person's going to see you at the value that you value yourself. But also, if you have too much ego and no humility and you're arrogant and all those things, it's going to be hard. Because marriage humbles you. For sure. Even if you're awesome and you're great and you're making all the money, everybody needs some humility to get in, because life is going to life and things are going to come up, and you definitely, your partner, your loved one, we're attacking problems together. Even if he's the problem, I'm the problem, we have to attack the problem together, because that's really what it is. It's not me or him. It's, here's the problem. Maybe it's more on my side of the bed or it's on his side of the bed, but we have to attack it together. You do it together, and that keeps you from. But anyway, I mean, we kind of went off on a tangent as far as what you end up with and how it can play out. But I hope we answered your question about dating with intention. With intention.
And let me just add, it's important as believers to keep your eyes on Christ. Think of it like a triangle.
Yeah.
Like, if you're looking at a triangle, the closer you get to the Lord, the closer you guys are together. The farther away from the Lord you guys get, more distant. You see what I'm saying? So if you keep your eyes on the Lord, He will change in you, change in her, or change, what needs to be changed, and then are transformed, and then you'll be able to grow. So that's definitely date with intention, because also it's our kids, right? When we started dating, and then we got engaged, and then we got married, we didn't have grace until last year. So, and which changes everything. So, there's a lot of nuances there, but it's still a good topic.
Yes. Yeah. I guess we can just close by saying Grace is 5 steps in. She is doing something new. I feel like every day, some little thing is just something that she's doing, and I'm excited. He finally put together her car that she got as a gift from her auntie Tay Tay, and so he sent me some video of her, like, him rolling it back and forth. It has to fully charge, so I'm glad I get to see her in it, because she's just getting so big and she's so cute and I can't take it. So.
She knew to hang on to the wheel.
Well, yeah, like, what else she gonna hold on to?
It was so cute.
But yeah, Grace's being a parent is so awesome. And when people be like, oh, wait till the terrible twos, I'm like, I get it. There's phases. Wait till they're a teenager. I get it. However, it's going to be the terrific twos.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the terrific teenage years.
Yeah.
And whatever age she is, I'm going to love and enjoy and be grateful for it. Even when she's sassy, I'll be like, that's my baby.
There's grace for every age.
There's grace for sass.
there's grace. So
yes.
So yeah, so I know this is more of a late night edition with Goins Live.
Yes.
On Saturday night, but
thank you for joining.
Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for the questions. Thank you for the feedback. It's always appreciated when you guys tap in when we're live and catch the replay, and I hope it blesses you as we hope that it always does. And until next Saturday, probably be a little bit earlier.
Yes.
But I hope you guys have a good evening. Enjoy Sunday.